Hey everybody, it's Scoots. I wanted to run through some search things and things about the Patron feed. Again, these would only apply in podcast apps that allow you to search, which would be Pocket Casts, which I'm going to be using because it's on Android and on iOS and it's free, but also Overcast and Podcast Addict. I think someone mentioned Downcast is another one that allows you to search within the podcast feed. If you're a patron and you're not using a podcast app, I would strongly recommend using one. And you can always find all of the help over at sleepwithmepodcast.com/Patreon FAQ of how to set up the podcast feed in a podcast app, including the apps I just talked about. But a lot of times I get messages from patrons about, hey, I can't find this or that. Now, there's a couple options, as you can see here. This is the $10 patron feed, and there's 1,155 episodes. There's 867 archived, meaning sometimes if you can't find them, you have to make sure to show archived, which you click the three buttons right here where it says 1155 and 1226, and you say, oh, make sure to show archived episodes. And that'll show all of the episodes in the feed. But you could click something like all night. Sorry, I still have getting over this cold here. And you can start to see what comes up. It'll already start showing up. Oh, and then you look at all this stuff in here. You can always search for stuff. What would come up? There's no wrong way to search, right? Oh, Trek. Oh, wow, it actually includes some of the TNG All Night, Snore Trek, Trek Talk Only. So sometimes in the past, a long time ago, I experimented with different titles. But let's say you just want to do, you love story only episodes. You could just click, I wonder what happens if we just click story. Oh yeah, that comes up. Or you could click story only. Or if you want to find a certain episode, you say, what about episode 477? What episode was that? Oh, Shopping for a Happy Christmas. Came out December 21st, 2016. What about 511? Okay. Goldbug, Super Doll 8. That came out March 2017. I don't know how far the thing even goes back. Does it go back to $3.99? Let's see. Oh, it does. Oh, a Sleep to Strange episode from $3.99. So yeah, that's one way to search. I mean, you can also always scroll back. It's not with 1,000 entries. You could scroll pretty fast, but it'll take a while. You can go all the way back to the beginning. 2016 was when the Patreon started offering podcast feeds. So yeah, stuff starts around 345 or 355. So $3.99 should be in here somewhere. Oh, it did come up. So yeah, I mean, that's another way to do it. And, you can download stuff. Let's see. Or you can add it. You can unarchive it in this case and download it. You could add it to your up next playlist, which is kind of the on-the-fly playlist for Pocket Cast. So that's just a little bit about it. Thank you, everybody, for your support. And that's a little Tuesday tutorial on kind of like some searching. And like I said, when you're using the search, there's really no wrong way to search. But by far, using an advanced podcast app with search, if you want to explore the feed, some people just like a passive experience. The episodes on Patreon and a podcast app are automatically delivered to you. That's how I consume most of my podcasts. But then maybe with like something like 99PI, 99% Invisible, I say, oh, have they ever done an episode about this or other podcasts? So it just kind of depends on if you like a lean back experience where stuff's just delivered to you. Most any podcast app would work with that. But if you're looking to find stuff, you do need, podcasting's a little bit more engaged and active, so you do need to get a little bit more of an advanced podcast app and dig in a little bit more. So I hope that answers the questions. You can always go to sleepwithmepodcast.com/Patreon FAQ for more questions. Or if you're really stuck, go to sleepwithmepodcast.com/Patreon FAQ and use the link to get a hold of our support team. They are paid, prepaid. I mean, they are paid as part of the service and waiting to help fix your feed or fix your billing issues or help you with anything. Thanks, everybody.